connect with their next customer, and literally help them get started in terms of their membership. So it's an important role. And these guys come to a lot of our events. They also help us find new members. And each year we seek out, or we look for one member, a volunteer who's kind of went above and beyond the call of duty to make things happen for us. And we recognize them at our annual dinner. And tonight I'd like to ask Brooke Grubb to come forward up here and present as the ambassador of
very humbling to receive this award. I feel like I should be the one giving the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce an award because this organization has transformed my life. So tonight's theme of then and now is especially appropriate. For instance, before the Chamber was even a blip on my radar, my only tool for growing my client base was cold calling. I'd walk into offices uninvited, and of course, it was an uphill battle from there. Now that I network actively with the Chamber, where people make connections in the spirit of friendship, 95% of my sales come from referrals from Chamber members. For that alone, I am very grateful to the Chamber. But also, thanks to the Chamber, I've made so many friends in this county that I now feel rooted here and proudly call Delaware my home. This, by the way, is a radical statement coming from someone who was proudly born and raised in the city of Philadelphia, home of cheesesteaks, Twinkies, and water. It seems silly now, but when I was a kid, I honestly didn't think anyone lived in Delaware willingly. I thought people were sent down here when it got too crowded up in Philly. That said, I'd like to thank every Chamber staff member for their gracious hospitality, and hopefully I can say this all in one breath. Mark, Pamela, Heather, Chris, Vicki, Jen, Bob, Sarah, Terry, Beth, Abby, Sally, Denise, Katie, Joe, Barbara, Paul, Michael, and the other Michael. The Michaels can figure out which one is the other one. My goal is to take your good deeds and pay them forward. My deepest gratitude also goes to my boss, Donna Odell Hoke. I can't say enough good things about Donna, but I'll try, because she signs my paychecks, and she's sitting at table 23. Donna is the owner and founder of Unique Impressions in downtown Newark. She was also named, and deservedly so, the Chamber's 2011 Entrepreneurial Woman of the Year. So let's talk about then and now. Donna opened her business in 1988 when she was 21 years old. Her sole mission was to customize clothing for the members of fraternities and sororities at U of D. She had just a sewing machine, a heat press, and a phone book. Today, we have 44 full and part-time employees and serve all types of corporations and organizations with in-house custom embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. We customize almost anything for everyone. One of the things I love most about Donna is how much she cherishes the human connection. To her, it's more important to earn customers' long-term trust than to earn their immediate dollar. She has been so supportive of my time building relationships through the Chamber. Thank you, Donna. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents, Howard and Rachel Lebowski. Whether they meant to or not, they've helped me be a better salesperson by teaching me that persistence pays. My mom specifically taught me that. And by the way, I got permission to say the following from my parents. When she was a teenager, she chased my dad relentlessly for 2 years. Back then, they called called it puppy love. Now, some might call it stalking. But like a good salesperson, she persisted and finally closed the sale. They've been happily married now for 41 years. This also proves that a really long sales cycle can lead to long-term customer satisfaction. Mom and Dad, you have been there for me through everything. And you know, on so many levels, I would not be standing up here at all if it weren't for you. And I don't tell you often enough, but I'd like to tell you now, in front of 480 people, that I love you both very much. Note to self, you'll probably get emotional at this point. Calm down before wrapping up the speech. To wrap things up, I am deeply grateful to so many people. And isn't life easier when you get the support of others? Remember, you have every chamber resource at your fingertips. What resources would you like to use now compared to then? It could be as simple as making more meaningful connections through the chamber. In fact, it is that simple, because when you walk into a room filled with chamber members, even if you don't know a single person, none of them are strangers. They're simply friends you haven't met yet. Thank you, my friends, for your time, love, and support.
Thank you, Brooke, and congratulations, and wonderful, humorous remarks. And we let you stay even though you are from Philly. That's okay.